Hi there, Pete here from hikeplanner.com. Just wanted to give you a quick introduction to our new website. It's a platform for planning long distance hiking adventures and creating itineraries for where you're going to stay and how long you're going to walk. So let's jump right in here. Our search bar will give you the option to search through almost 9,000 multi day hikes. You can filter those by country and then by an extra filter tab, which will allow you to kind of set the estimate amount of days that you want to hike, the distance or the ascent, which is quite nice. So, what I'm going to do is jump right into the Tour de Mont Blanc, one of the most famous long distance hiking trails in the world. First thing you're going to see is a find your pace option. So this will allow you to kind of set your walking pace. I hike at about 5 kilometers per hour. It's going to ask you whether climbs affect you. Climbs slow me down a lot, so I'm going to select that option. And then it's going to ask how many hours do you want to walk each day. I can personally walk maybe 6 to 7 hours per day, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to select that, and it's suggesting a an itinerary of 8 days. You can also include the descent in that, which changes it up a little bit. So it's suggesting a 9 day pace, which is fine by me. So I'm going to use that. So now you can see on the map that each of the stages are represented in a multicolored line on the route. So you can see all of your different stages and plans. So the start point is here. I'm going to follow the start point to the end of day one, the start of day two, which is here. So now you can actually see that we've kind of listed accommodations all around the map, just so you can set where you actually want to stay. So I'm going to click into one of these. I can see here the Chalet Hotel, the Chamonix. Looks like a nice place. We've got some reviews coming through. We've got all the contact details, so you can go ahead and book that. I'm going to use this as an overnight stop. So at the end of day one, I'm going to set that as my stop. It's going to reroute the route for day one and detour it out by 2 kilometers, 0.2 kilometers, and then bring me right back to the route, which I think is crucial here. Nobody ever wants to miss a section of a long distance hike. You want to walk the full thing, so it's ensuring that I don't miss any of the good parts of the main route. So it's bringing me right back in there and showing me a detour for day one and day two. Um, so that's essentially how it works. You can do that a little bit quicker. So you can see day two ends here and day three starts. It's a little bit away from the actual accommodations that's listed. So I can actually just drag that back. I can just drop it here if I want. I don't need to set an accommodation. But if I want to, I can actually drop it right onto one of the accommodations, and it's going to again just reroute the day stage there, so I can figure that out. So you can see how this is starting to build. I've got my day one accommodation. I've got my day two accommodation. I can even jump right into these little drop downs here, which will highlight the particular hike, the particular stage. And I can see that my day one is going to be, my day two is going to be starting at the hotel and it's going to be ending at this campsite. And you can even set booking status in there for your own research and planning, and leave a note for the day as well. Um, so yeah, that's how it works. You can use the elevation profile here. Obviously, it's going to give you a full breakdown of the entire hike. And then if I wanted to, I can even tap on the elevation in between the particular day notifiers, and it'll highlight the specific day to give me an indication of what I'm coming up against here. There's a bit of an elevation, a bit of a dip, and a bit of a climb there as I go by. And yeah, that's how you essentially start to build your itinerary. So the more I start to add new sections, obviously there's not much accommodation here based on what we've achieved. So we might need to pull that day all the way back. Maybe have a short day for day three and a longer day for day four. But you can see how this really starts to work here, and you can build your sleep spots and itinerary. Once I've done that, it kind of creates a summary of all the different things that I want to do. You can download the itinerary as a GPX file, and it'll give you all the full distances. You can share a link to whoever you want, who will be able to kind of access this for free as well as a view only itinerary. You can download a full GPX file for this plan, which is going to output that, and you can import into any other platforms that you wish to navigate with. Or I can reverse the full trail, which are the full uh, multi-day hike, which again is a nice option if you want to do it backwards. You can also set a date, which is a nice thing. Give you the start date, and then it'll estimate when your end date is going to be, and you can rename the tour here. So that's going to be Pete's Tour de Mont Blanc. There's a couple of map options. Obviously, you can zoom with your mouse, which is quite easy if you have a scrollable mouse. but you can use these zoom functionalities here down the bottom right in order to kind of zoom into particular locations. There's an undo redo button up in the top controls here, which can undo any mistakes that you might have made. There's a refocus button. So if I'm zoomed into a particular area, I want to see the full hike, I could tap on this and it'll refocus the entire hike. If I manipulate the map, so you can, with control and drag, you can move the map around to see what's around. If I get myself into a state like this and I don't know how to bring it back, I can tap on the little icon here and it'll reroute the map. There's a quick toggle to switch to a satellite view, which is pretty good if you want to really get into the detail of what you're going to expect while hiking on the trail. Um, and then you can search for different accommodations. So if there's a particular accommodation that you've been recommended, or something that you know yourself that you want to stay on, you can click into it. So let's say camping here. I want to stay at the Camping Trunchy, and I can click that and see more information about it. It's highlighted as I go through there. There's also a little tutorial section here, which you can tap on the info icon. So yeah, that's the bones of it. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but that's how to use the itinerary planner on hikeplanner.com. One of the nice parts is that you can save this once you sign in. You can save it and come back and edit it later. So I'm going to save the plan here. That's saved it to my hikes. But one thing we do, obviously, Hike Planner doesn't have an app for navigating when you're actually out en route. But what we do is that we send the hike to the hiker website and the hiker app, which is a brilliant application for navigating while out on trail. So that'll, yeah, give you the option to send that directly to a hiker. You can download their app, log in with the same details, and you've got the hike there for navigating, recording your route, and offering notifications and all the great things that they do. So if I just jump back into my hikes, you can see that I've got a couple of versions of the Tour de Mont Blanc plan there. This was the latest one that we just created, and I've got a couple of other tests there that you can see. So you can really start to build a nice itinerary of different long distance hiking trips and share them with others. Obviously, download the GPX, and you can even create embeds for your website if you want to do that. A couple of other nice little features that we've included. So there is a pack list. Again, this is just a standalone little tool that I've kind of built into it. So you can start to build up your pack list. There's some suggestions here. I want to include my stove and a water filter. Not so keen, don't need a head torch, and I'm hardcore, so I don't need a sleeping mat. But yeah, that'll allow you to kind of save a list, which is a nice little feature, and then you can kind of tick them off as you're planning them. Because I know that can be handy when you're planning a big adventure like this. The platform is free to use, so we do think, or we do hope, that if you're getting value out of the website, consider donating. We support mountain rescue teams around the UK and Ireland and Europe, and all of the donations will go directly to those mountain rescue teams. We'll select a team each month to donate to, and put up a little notification of where your donation might have gone this month. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, you can contact us at info@hike-planner.com. If you have any features that you would like to add, we'll be growing this over the next few months. And yeah, we really love it. So thanks for watching.